Alright, so welcome to the full Easter egg guide for the map Gorod Krovi. The actual trophy itself is called Love and War, and this is for Nikolai. So it's a pretty painful one to do, and before you even attempt it, in the description will be a playlist link that has each and every video that you will need to complete this Easter egg. Includes the dragon shield, the gauntlets, you also need the fire strike, and I recommend getting the ray gun Mark III just because it's super helpful throughout the game. Right, so the first step is, of course, you want to get all those items, and you can do it at the same time as doing the actual Easter egg. First of all, turn on the power, then interact with Sophia one time and she'll give you a little quote. So around the map there will be 6 statues that you need to pick up. You can do this at any point, but I suggest doing it as you make your way around the map, just makes it easier later on. So first one is over here by the big beam. You need 1.5k points to use it. You don't have to run zombies through it, just turn it on, and after it has finished, if you go over to the floor here, you'll see there's a broken safe. It's now open and you can pick up the first trophy. Just interact with it with the reload button. So second piece is actually when you go to the pack-a-punch, you probably want to do this early on because you need to make 2 trips. So on your way back out, you will go through the sewer pipe. Now get an automatic weapon out, because as soon as you see the red light, you just want to spray at it. It should make a little noise like a headshot noise, and it should turn green. If you've done it right, you should now be able to go back to the pack-a-punch area again, and around the corner on the second level is the toilet, now exploding with water coming out of it, and a cheeky little statue poking out the top. Pick it up and move on to the next one. Now you can use any weapon whatsoever, but come to the power area opposite the sort of 3 statues. You want to shoot the one on the right and his right hand, the one that he's holding out, and you'll see a little trophy fall down to the floor. Pick it up, and moving on to the 4th one, he is going to acquire the dragon shield. So come up to the window and shoot a firebolt at it, and it will knock down another trophy for you to go pick up down here on the floor. 5th one is back by the beam area outside by the broken train. You'll see a big puddle. Now place your dragon strike on it and it should appear with a cheeky little trophy once it's finished. The final one is going to require you to have opened your egg, so it's a big step and a lot of work just to get the last bit, but by this time you should have already been close to completing it anyway if you've done it in this particular order. So come up to the area again where you built your shield. Next to it is the safe. Now press L2 to release your dragon, leaving you with the 115 punch. Smash the safe open and pick up the 6th and final statue. You don't have to do anything with them right now, but they will be used later on in the Easter egg. So now you can do this next step while getting the trophies, and I recommend doing it to save time later on. So back over to the pack-a-punch area, you want to wait until you have a drone round, and when you have a drone, you want it to zap you while you're standing over here right next to the generator. So it should hit it and you'll see the little blanket on top should start flapping about, meaning the generator is on. Now every round is going to reset, so you can come back, hold square on it and turn it back on. But this part is tricky because there are 6 pipes around the map, and you're going to need to get them in a correct sequence in order to open the hatch to take out the little tube. So okay, so your end goal with this is to have 1 green light and 5 blue lights. The green one represents the starting one, so that will push the air through to the other ones. If it's lit up blue, that means air is flowing through that pipe, and if it's white or no colour at all, then it means there's no air coming through at all. So we need to now find which ones link up in order to make the correct sequence for the air to flow through all of them and drop out a little tube. So if you have more players, it's really helpful, but I'm doing this on solo just to show you that you can do it the hard way. So there are 6 separate pipes. I'll show you each of the locations right now. There's actually one in the power area up the top. That's going to be your first one. Come out and go to your right. There'll be one straight ahead of you by the window hidden around the corner. Now if you go to your right and open the door up to the dragon area, There's one on the lower floor down there. Back to the power area again, go left this time. You will find one up at the very top by the bridge, and again if you go through the train or just go around the outside, you'll find one by the other dragon area hidden under the stairs. The sixth and final one is going to be the first gate you open from the spawn area. It's on the 3rd floor over in the corner. So there are your 6 locations. So to make this as easy as possible, the green one is your main one. Okay, so now you want to go on the rest of the map until you find the pipe that has a purple tube inside of it. Pause it and write it down on a bit of paper is the best way to do this, I've found. So you do that. It does change each game, so be aware of that. Alright, so if you're watching this video, you're very lucky because we now have each and every possible scenario that could be an outcome. So on screen you can pause it at your one, but basically G stands for green, which is your starting point, and T stands for the end tube where your purple tube is. So have a look and figure out which one yours is. Okay, so once more, if your green light is at supply depot, look around the map for the tube that has the purple cylinder and link it up with the sequence on screen, and then go around the rest of the map and turn the dials accordingly at each location. For example, if it says department store 1, go to that department store dial and turn it to the first option. These do 100% work, they have been tested, and of course I'll give full credit to the guy in the description because he was the one that posted the picture, so big thanks to him. And well, it's basically just made this step 100 times easier. So pick your tube up, take it back to Sophia, stick it in her, and continue on with the Easter egg. And she will now ask you for a password. A password is Kronos, Kronos. Now to change the letters you want to shoot them, it will spin the letters around. As soon as you have Kronos, set the password in and all the zombies will die. There'll be a flash and she'll talk to you a little bit. After this process, the zombies will spawn back in. Now this is where you need all 6 of your trophies from earlier on. Go up to this big monitor, interact with it, place them down, get all the guns and perks and just everything that you possibly need to basically beat an infinite wave of zombies, and that's what you're going to get in this next step. So when you're ready, go up to it again and you can see the 6 statues. There'll be a blinking light, will go across all 6 of them and it will stop on a particular one. The one in this game for me was the Valkyrie, and what you have to do is go to the spawn area or the particular spot that is flashing in the background on the map. You can see there the Belinsky squares where it was for me, and there should be a broken Valkyrie coming in from the side over here on the left. Now you need to stand very close to it for it to move, and it'll make its way from the spawn area up to the little pad on the floor in the power room. So it's a fairly long way. No matter what wave you're on, the zombies are going to be coming in infinitely and it is pretty hard to do. So I suggest you get a ray gun Mark III. I didn't have it and I did go down, and that was my one problem. So make sure you have that. If you don't, you need really good weapons, upgraded of course. Monkeys helped me a lot to get this part done, but just anything you can to try and get it done. If you are doing it in co-op, get one guy to rape chain the zombies around in a location where you're not going to be running through. Okay, so you did pick up 6 trophies earlier on, which means there are 6 challenges. If you're doing with 4 people of course. On solo it's a lot less, but the second possible one is the Mangala right here. You see he's got green eyes and he follows you when you're close to him. If you go too far away, he will walk away. The hard part about this is he will attack you like that. You can see it's a lot harder on solo, and you can see right here I get absolutely slapped and go down. So basically what you want to do here is, if you have undead man walking, put it on. If you have insta kill, use it. Just use everything you can, but try not to hit the Mangala. just because he will die. There's a lot shorter time limit on this one as well, so if you don't do it in a certain amount of time, you will fail it on that as well. So pretty hard to do, but that's the second possible challenge. The third possible challenge is to defuse the bombs. So what you want to do here is there are 6 locations around the map, and basically the monitor screen is going to flash up with a sequence. It's going to be very quick, so take a picture or write it down. If you need to, abbreviate the room so you know what is what, but basically write down the sequence that you see, and that's the order you're going to have to defuse them in. So go to the first occasion, defuse it, second location, etc. Now to show you exactly where all the locations are, under the stairs in the first spawn room is the first one. The second one is in the room below the infirmary on your way towards a dragon shield buildable spot. The third one is over in the tank area upstairs opposite double tap, so on the left hand side. Fourth one is going to be in the opposite side in the supply depot as you enter around the corner. Fifth one is going to be by the one defusing machine, not far from that, on your way back up to the power. And sixth one is sneakily placed on the left hand side upstairs in the power or dragon command room. On solo you have 3 minutes to do this, but if you're with 4 people then you have to have 1 person on each bomb, and 2 people will have to do 2, of course, because there's 6 bombs. So go around, defuse them. If you don't think you're going to do it in time, then ride away on a dragon or go to a spawn area to avoid dying, because it is an instant down when it explodes. Fourth challenge is the 935 challenge, and this is super easy compared to the rest. You receive a card from the monitor, take it to the pack-a-punch area. By the toilet is a machine, stick the card in, and now defend off the mangulars. It's a lot easier than it seems. Just aim for the head. If you have the ray gun, then it should be pretty easy this step. The fifth challenge is going to be exactly the same as you did earlier with the green pods. Look up in the sky, you'll find it'll be outside the map this time. You just have to defend it, so use everything you have. Long range weapons like the dingo and things like the ray gun Mark III, just fire the Gersh at it. When you're finished, 1 person needs to get their dragon out. Hold the left trigger, it will go retrieve it and bring you back a part to take back. And the final one, of course, is going to be the yellow Gersh. Now you need to go around the map and shoot this yellow ball of light with a pack-a-punch weapon. It'll bounce about, just follow it, and basically just keep doing that until you get to a point that it will stop and give you a quote. Now you need to do this 3 times, and on the third one he will, or Gersh will, go back to the landing pad by power, and should now be each and every single challenge completed, which means you now want to go pick up the new power core from Sophia when you're ready, and that player needs to go back to the spawn area, release his dragon, and it will take the core to Nikolai. Prepare yourself, get a fresh new shield, get the best weapons you can get. If you're doing it in a group, someone get the shadow claws upgraded. It's basically a free revive if you shoot someone when they're down, so make sure you have that in a group. Just have the ray gun Mark III upgraded at least, and just something like the dingo that has a big ammo capacity and a lot of power. Monkeys definitely do help. Now basically you're about to fight the boss, so when you're ready, stand on the platform where Sophia used to be. You'll drop down and end up in a new area. It's a nice area, big, with lots of trenches to hide in when the fire is being sprayed about. So you want to come into the middle and activate the green light when you're ready to battle, and the dragon is gonna switch locations every time you damage him enough. So to damage him, you want to fire at his orange spots, and when you've done enough, you will cause him to move along. Eventually he will drop, and Nikolai will now turn on you. So now you have to deal with him. He has a few different attacks, but exactly the same strategy. Just run away, and he will actually deploy wraps. So if you can destroy him, then do it, but just stay away from him as much as possible, and aim for his yellow spots. They'll be at the top of him, and then they'll move to the final spot, which will be just below his belly. And once you've done this, you've basically completed the Easter egg. So you will get a cheeky little pop-up for the achievement. You'll also get, if you haven't already, each and every single perk. And the game will continue, so if you want to carry on for a higher round attempt, then feel free. But I hope this guide has helped you. It did take a long ass time to make. A lot of effort was put in, and a lot of sleep was lost. So if it has helped you, it would be absolutely wonderful if you could leave it a cheeky little like. And again, in the description will be a link to a playlist of each and every video as I upload it, because there will be more to come. There are a few cheeky little Easter eggs still hidden that haven't been discovered yet. As for this Easter egg and any other trophy, if you want help with it, then just leave your PSN in the comments below. If you really want to add me, I'll leave my PSN in there as well. I'm always up for doing trophies, even if I've already got them. So I really do hope this has helped you. And for those of you that haven't seen the cutscene, I suggest you go check it out. It is pretty amazing. So I'll see you guys on my next video, and looking forward to Revelations.
Darling, I will be loving